Hi everyone, my name is Julie. Thank you so much for watching. And today we're doing our first update for our March Madness. Now, if you didn't see the intro, I'm going to go ahead and link it up above in the cards because this might not make sense until you watch that. But just think like it's high school basketball. I have 4 quadrants of different types of lip products. So I've got liquid lipstick, bullet lipstick, the crayon style lipstick, and then I've got lip gloss. What we're going to do is we're testing in each quadrant and finding the winners. And in the last video I said this is going to be my Sweet 16. However, didn't quite work out that way. 32 lip products was a little too many for me to test in the first month. So what I ended up doing after I spent 2 weeks working on just one quadrant to figure out what I like, what I don't like, which is my favorite, which is not my favorite. We are going to show 2 of the quadrants today, all the way to the winners in that category. So instead of going to the Sweet 16, I have 2 winners to show you, and that is going to be in bullet lipstick and in liquid lipstick. So let's start with liquid lipstick, because a new up-and-comer ended up winning. What? I know, it's crazy. So I had a few pairs, and I'm going to start with each individual pair, and I'm going to show you which one won, and we'll save the winner for last. So my first pair was the Revlon Matte Ultra HD Lip Color, and this is in the shade Flirt. And then I had partnered it with this Stay Matte Liquid Lipstick color from Rimmel, and this is in the shade Pink Bliss. So, I must admit, I don't like either of these. I really don't. So for the matte lipstick, this was a shade issue for me. This is very coral, and you guys know coral's not really my preference unless it's, I don't know, it's not really my preference. Occasionally there's a coral that'll stand out to me, but this one most certainly wasn't it. I love the formula, I love the way this smells, but no thank you. I'm actually going to declutter this one because I don't like it. So this one did win technically the the battle between these two, but this is also one I'm going to declutter. And this one was a wear issue for me. This one wore off within an hour. And if I'm going to wear a liquid lipstick that goes matte. Now this isn't like a true liquid lipstick where it dries out your lips. But if I want, I don't even know what you call it. It's a matte liquid lipstick. But it doesn't dry, it's not long lasting. It's just... it technically won, but I can tell you it didn't win the category after that. Let's talk the other HD. So I had partnered 2 reds together. This is the Revlon Ultra HD Matte Lip Color, and this is in the shade Passion. And then I have the, what is this? The Hard Candy Velvet Mousse Matte Lip Color, and it was this beautiful red shade. So these colors, this one is deceiving in the tube. This is actually really pink when you apply it to your lips, which is crazy because when you even apply it to your hand, you're like, that's red. It's actually super, super sheer, and it turns out to be pink, which is not really a color I'm looking for, although I will say I did like this applicator. But it's not really a color I'm looking for in this formula. It just was a little too sheer. It was basically a lip gloss. And it says that it's matte, right? So it says matte lip color on it. It never mattified. It stayed shiny the entire time. So I'm actually going to declutter this one as well. Whoops. And this one ended up winning. The color on this is actually really nice. I thought that this was beautiful. It was not the easiest thing to apply because the tip is this flat paddle brush style. That's the color there. But I will say this, it was definitely better than the Revlon Hard Candy. So, not the Revlon Hard Candy. That didn't make any sense. The Hard Candy Velvet Mousse, the Revlon was better than the Hard Candy Velvet. Okay, I'm sorry. And I think that this color was really nice. I will keep this shade. I actually like it. I do. I just like it. And it's something that I feel like I should pull for more. Like, what a beautiful blue-based red. And this does mattify, but doesn't dry out the lips. I thought this was nice. This was the winner from the category. And on this one, I compared the JCat Wonder Lip Paint to the Milani Power Up Lasting and Moisturizing Gloss Stain. Let's talk about the gloss stain first. This was the one that lost. This is really sticky. I don't like the application. You have to turn it up through the brush, you know, and do like the whole brush splitting thing, and then you try and apply it. But it's just so sticky and hard to get smooth, and the brush is not great, and it just, it smears everywhere, your lips stick together. No, thank you. This was really bad, actually, in my opinion. The color was nice. I will say that the color was beautiful, but I took about a half day to wear this, and I was just like, you know, like I was like, oh, you can't pull your lips apart. No, definitely not. Now, I did, and I'm actually going to declare this one too. Okay. I did put on this one. This is another really beautiful color. This is another, you know, like kind of a weird way to apply, but I stick it on my finger and then I kind of dab it on my lips, and look how bright and vibrant that is. Like, it's just so vibrant. I think vibrant was actually the best way to describe it. Yes, nailed it on the first try. This was beautiful. It stains, it lasts all day, and 10 out of 10, absolutely loved it. I love this so much. I loved it so much, I actually battled it with the Revlon Ultra HD Matte Lip Color, and I decided this one won. So, okay, so this is like to the next level, right? So this made my final two. So keep that in mind. This made my final two, all right? Then my last partner was the matte liquid lipstick in the shade, the Color Icon matte liquid lipstick in the shade Too Tulip to Quit. This is by Wet n Wild, and I partnered it with the Max Factor Lip Affinity Color and Gloss. These two I partnered against each other. This is the only one that happened to lose the first round that I'm keeping. This is a beautiful color. I'm running out of space. I will say it's a bit drier of a formula than the rest of them, which I didn't mind. I thought that was actually really pretty. It gets matte without getting too matte. I'm not the biggest fan of the applicator, but I thought that this was really pretty, and I'm excited to continue using it. The day I wore this, I loved the way my makeup looks, so definitely gonna keep this Wet n Wild. Now, this Max Factor Infinity, I had never really tried before. I got this from a friend whose color didn't work for her, and this is Glowing Sepia 600. Do they sell Max Factor in the States? I think they do a little bit, like at CVS's or something, but not, it's not super common. I don't know. I really only see it here in Germany, I guess Europe. And so what this has is this has a two-step process. So you put the matte lipstick down first, and then you put the gloss over top. This is what I have on today. This is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. It lasts all day. I've had this on for 8 hours. It's still going very strong. The liquid lipstick is this beautiful neutral shade. Now I realize I'm going on and on about a neutral shade when like everything else that I have is brightly colored. But the formula on this truly is good, because when that dries down, so when this color dries down, you put the gloss over top. You can keep reapplying the gloss to make your lips feel soft, make them feel supple, make them feel hydrated. And even though you keep applying gloss, it doesn't mess up the formula of the liquid lipstick, helping its longevity. And you guys know, since you guys are makeup junkies like I am, when you put a lip gloss over a liquid lipstick, it shortens the wear time. This one doesn't. Okay, so you can tell that this one won. I battled it against the Stay Matte Rimmel Liquid Lip Color. I had already decided to declare this one. So this was like an easy choice to go forward, which means my top two out of all 8 of my lip products were these two. What? If you had said before this that these were going to be my top two, I was like, I wouldn't have believed you. Like, these two are my top two. So, and this was my hardest decision between the two, because the color and the formula are beautiful. You do have to carry it around with you, which is a bit of a bummer, but it works out really well. The gloss is beautiful, but I thought maybe this was cheating a little bit because you're really getting two products in one. And this one, well, I mean, they both have great lasting power. They both smell nice. Whatever. It came down to application, 100% application. This one, you can probably see on my hands, it stains. Because you have to get it out of the tube somehow. And I'm sure you can use a lip brush. I don't use a lip brush. And because it stains my hands before it gets on my lips, even though that's what I love that it does on my lips, this is my winner. The one I'm wearing right now, this is my winner in the liquid lipstick realm. It is, dun 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 dun, the Max Factor Lipfinity Color and Gloss. And this was a really hard decision. Because I love the color, they both have great formulas, it came down to application, and this is my winner. Crazy. That was like a whirlwind of a week I was testing those. It really took like almost 2 weeks for me to test just those. So I was like, what about this? What about that? What about this? And I was just like, no, knock it off. All right, let's get into bullet lipsticks, because this video is going to be kind of long. And the first thing I tested were my European lipsticks. I battled the Alterna Natural Cosmetic lipstick, and this was in the shade Terra, versus the RL de Young or Ravel de Loup lipstick in the shade 03. This is what it looks like. And I have decided I'm going to get rid of the doTERRA one, or the Alterna one, Altera, I don't know, whatever, this one in the green tube. This has an aftertaste. I don't know if it's gone bad. This is one of my newer lipsticks, and it says it's good for 12 months, and I'm pretty sure I got this like 12 months ago. I don't know. And I don't know if it initially smelled like that, but it's not pleasant to me, so I'm going to declutter this one, which made the Ravel de Loup one an automatic winner. Now, we'll get to it when it hits the second round. A little bit more information about it. The next battle I did were two drugstores lipsticks. I got the Revlon in the shade Blushing Mauve 460. This is a beautiful shade. You guys know it. You guys love it. That's it right there. And I battled it up against this L'Oreal Tenderberry in 519. That right there. When I compared these, the L'Oreal had more smoothness, more slip, more moisturization. While the colors were very similar, I talked about that in the intro video, I kind of went all one color with the bullet lipsticks. I thought the L'Oreal just had a little oomph when it comes to the formula. I thought it was a little bit longer lasting. I didn't think it moved around as much, but it had that moisture that I look for in a lipstick. So this was my winner. I'm surprised the Revlon didn't win, actually. These are the ones I have the most of in terms of like drugstore lipstick. But, you know, that's what happens. My next battle went to cheaper drugstores. So I had the e.l.f. moisturizing lipstick, and this is in the shade Ravishing Rose. That one right there. Beautiful shade, really, really creamy. This has really good pigment payoff. This is basically my lips but better. Loved this. I thought it was beautiful. Very excited to have it in my collection. This one, the NYX one, 529, looks like that. This is a bit of a drier formula. While still a good pigmentation, it didn't have, you know, like a scent to add on to it or anything. When I compared the two, I would just say e.l.f. in general has a more luxurious formula than the NYX did. It really just came down to formula on this one. I thought this one was great. So e.l.f. wins, Ravishing Rose. Now I battled my two winners. So I battled the L'Oreal versus the e.l.f. Can you guess which one won? The e.l.f. actually. And when it comes to packaging, L'Oreal wins. But I will say the heaviness, it wins in terms of heaviness and sturdiness. When it comes to spinning this thing up, it's slow and it feels awkward and it doesn't react the way I want it to react. It's not like a standard lipstick. And you probably won't be able to tell as I say that, but this just has like a smoother turn to it. While I think the packaging feels better on this one. Like it's almost like a jerky turn. I don't know. That probably doesn't make any sense, but it's something I took into account. I also looked at color, and these are both my better shades. They're both super creamy. They're both long lasting. Actually, e.l.f. has a little bit longer lasting power in my situation of when I wore it, but I ended up just wanting to reach more for the e.l.f. than this one. And I can't tell you really the reason why. I think it was just the shade was slightly more in the favor of the e.l.f., but I just wanted to reach for the e.l.f. So L'Oreal, sorry, you lost the second round. e.l.f. is gonna go to my top 2. And you might be like, Julie, you're still missing a set. Yep. All right, round 1. This is the Milani Plum Rose versus the number 7 Soft Earth. This was scent-based initial decision. So I put on the Milani, and the Milani has a very distinct, strong scent. And the color is full coverage. There is no lip showing underneath it. And I ended up giving it to Soft Earth. This color is really, really beautiful. It has a neutral undertone for kind of like a rose. I don't know, it's very interesting. Soft Earth is a good term for it. I think that's really kind of like a good way to think about it. And I really like this one. I felt it was more like a tinted moisturizer. It's something you can wear every day, all day long. Throw this in your purse, carry it around. It's appropriate for work, it's appropriate for church. Yeah, I just really like this one. And the lasting power was good. I would say this isn't your longest lasting lipstick that I've ever had. It's very standard in terms of lasting power, but I liked it. So this one moved on, which brings us back to the Rival de Loop. The Rival de Loop versus number 7. It was interesting. They had like this little battle of European brands here. Rival de Loop Young. This formula, again, like I said, it's a matte lipstick. It felt drying on my lips, which is like when I wear a bullet lipstick isn't what I want. Now, liquid lipsticks, fine, dry on my lips. I'm expecting it. This one though, this was nice. This one though was not ideal. So this was a pretty easy decision. Number 7 moved forward and went up against the e.l.f. I'm also kind of shocked about this. This pairing. This is like kind of a month of trying lipsticks that was very surprising to me. So when it came down to these two lipsticks, they are very similar in the terms of what I enjoy about them. I like the feel on the lips, I like the hydration, I like the slip. Both colors are beautiful. Let me swatch these for you. I know I haven't really been swatching for this second half of the video. It just feels so good. Just feels so good when it goes on. So this one's Soft Earth. I'm sorry, I'm switching it up on you. So here we go. We've got Soft Earth, and then we have the e.l.f. Ravishing Rose. You can see the colors are so similar. This one has a little bit more warmth to it. It's a smidge more neutral, but they're so close in tone. And it came down to packaging, and it came down to what I thought looked better on my lips. Can you guess which one I chose? Number 7, Soft Earth. This packaging is and the price difference here is also something to note, right? The e.l.f. one is like $3-4. The number 7 one is about $12. Of course the packaging is better on number 7, but I thought the shade, the little warmth looked really good on my skin tone. I think it's perfect for this time of year. Like I said, you can wear this to church, you can throw this in your purse, you can wear it to work. It's easy to apply, it's like no hassle. I mean, they both are, but I had to give it to someone, and this is my number 1. So we have 2 winners. We've got the number 7 Soft Earth and the Max Factor Glowing Sepia Color and Gloss. I'm surprised that both my winners are actually European brands. I'm very excited to see what my lip gloss category is going to do and my chubby sticks are going to look like. And am I going to choose more European brands? Am I not going to choose European brands? And then once I figure out who the winner of those two quadrants are, I'm going to come back for a finale with my final four and figure out which is my favorite and why. This has been a month, man. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you gave you enough information about each sort of formula. I really don't think you can go wrong with with many of these choices. I ended up liking a lot of them. I only decluttered, well, I decluttered some liquid lipsticks. I decluttered one bullet lipstick. So I would recommend, if you find colors, test them on your hand. See what you think. Which one would you have chosen? Which is your favorite formula? Why is it your favorite formula? Do you look for moisturizing lipsticks like I do? Or do you look for more lasting power? Do you look for color payoff? I'd be interested to know what you look for when it comes to your lip products. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.